The Garden of Friendship. In the middle of a bustling city, Ayiti felt like a tiny seed planted in a crack in the pavement. The buildings were like giant trees that blocked the sun, and she worried her own dreams might never have enough light to grow. Then, a gentle warmth came into her life. It was her friend, Saru. Dressed in calming shades of beige, Saru had a knack for knowing just what Ayiti needed. When Ayiti's pockets were empty, Saru would arrive with a bag of food, her smile as comforting as a home-cooked meal. "You can't grow if you're hungry," she'd say simply. Soon after, a splash of vibrant color appeared. It was Paru, who loved all things purple. Paru's heart was even bigger than her personality. She didn't have much herself, but she would always split her lunch with Ayiti, making sure her friend had the bigger portion. "There's always enough to share," Paru would insist, her generosity a refreshing rain. Saru was the steady, rich soil, and Paru was the nurturing rain. Together, they created a small, protected garden where their friend could thrive. They would spend hours talking on park benches, their laughter mixing with the city sounds. Fed by their kindness, Ayiti felt her roots digging deeper. The city no longer felt so intimidating. The pavement around her seemed to soften, and a small, determined sprout began to push its way toward the sun. She felt stronger, braver, and ready to reach for the sky. One day, a harsh wind of failure blew through the city, and Ayiti's stem bent low. A dream she had worked so hard for had crumbled, and she felt like she might break. The city lights seemed to dim, and her hope began to wilt. But the soil held her firm. Saru sat with her, not with easy words, but with steady presence. "Okay," Saru said, her voice a calm anchor in the storm. "Let's rest for a moment. Then, we will find new ground to plant your dream." Then the rains came, not to drown, but to cleanse. Paru arrived and wrapped Ayiti in a hug, letting her cry. "This doesn't wash you away," Paru whispered fiercely. "It just waters you for what comes next." Years passed. The tiny seed became a magnificent, thriving tree. Ayiti had achieved her dreams, her branches full and her leaves vibrant in the sun. She met Saru at their favorite cafe, the place where so many plans were made over shared meals. "I am strong," Ayiti told her, "because you were the ground that held me." Later, walking through a park with Paru, Ayani watched the sunlight filter through the leaves. "And I could reach for the sun," she said, "because you were the rain that taught me to keep growing." Ayani was not built by the city, but by the garden of friendship that bloomed in its heart.